Good morning, everybody. Let's see who's still here. Oh, we got this started. Let's see if this is going to get started for me. Volume down. Volume down. We're down. Okay. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Hi, Swiveler. Okay. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Let's see. It says there's only one in chat at the moment, and that would be me. So then everybody else took off and came back. No, it just isn't where it needs to be. Good morning, everybody. I know I'm 10 minutes early, but I see there's a lot of people in here, so I don't know who's still in here and who didn't just pop in to go, pew, hashtag coffee, and we'll be back at 7. Anyway. It is morning again. It is Thursday. Who's in the house? CM family, how are you? AJ, how are you? Oh, here, see, it's catching up now. It's waking up now. Swiveler, how are you? Anne, how are you? Oh, Fernando, how are you? Good morning, everybody. Fernando, get that hashtag coffee in. CM, did you get that hashtag coffee in? Bud Files, how are you? Cause, how are you? I love you too. Angie, good morning. How are you? Well, before this starts, I want to take a moment of silence and talk about something truly, truly sad. Hi, Isha. How are you? So just take a moment here with me and breathe so we can talk about this. Okay, are you ready? This is serious business. The kayak has to go away for the season. No, okay, it does. Kelly, I can't find your email address. I thought it was in my about page too, and then I went and looked the other day, and then it wasn't, and then I thought it was in the description, and it wasn't. Okay, so we got to put the kayak away. Oh no, I know. I'm just like, oh no. Going out in the kayak. If you guys saw yesterday's pop-up live, it's just, how can that not be too beautiful? How can that not be? I've ordered neoprene and everything, but you guys, Grandma Kelly has some control issues. And I don't mean I need to be in control, that kind. It's the opposite. I can't always control things I need to do. Yesterday, we went way too far up that river for that time of day and the cold. Yeah, coming back, I got rather cold. Really, yeah. And winterized the camper last week. Oh, I know. So anyway, because Grandma has no self-control, she would like to have more self-control. The kayak needs to come off and go away. Hi, Turbo Toys. How are you? Because obviously Grandma doesn't have control, and she proved that to herself last night. It was beautiful though, wasn't it? Anybody else? I couldn't see who all was there, but if you guys didn't see it, we went. It's the Sammamish River. It's also called the Slough, because where it hits into Lake Washington, it's been people manipulated and dug out and done stuff like that for so long that it's not even really considered part of the river for anybody who lives there. We all call it the Slough. Okay. But I stayed out too long. It got dark really super fast, and I got really, really cold to the point where I came home and took a shower and got in my pajamas and crawled in bed. I mean, I did some YouTube stuff in bed, but I was like, I got too cold. I didn't come in when I should have. And so off it comes. Hello, Turbo Toys. How are you? Off it comes. I haven't taken it off yet since yesterday because I did have trouble. Well, I didn't have too much trouble getting off, but my arms are so sore because I had to hightail it back to the boat launch because it started getting dark really quick. And it did. It was 41 degrees, guys. And I know often we talk about in the Pacific Northwest, we don't have alligators. We don't have snapping turtles that take your arm off. We don't have snakes that'll kill you, that'll that'll bite you and poison you. We don't have sharks like that or anything like that. We just don't have those. But what will kill you here and kill you very, very fast is hypothermia. Okay. And when I got out yesterday, it was 41 degrees. I mean, the weather just went, the temperature that was beautiful just dived. And until I can learn to control myself. But then where I found myself last night, and this is good too, but it would be a trip, so I'd actually put the kayak up, is I found myself looking at fishing lakes in California. And because California is really close. And then I came up with another idea, and I downloaded this. And I'm going to start doing it for other states too. If you put in lakes, a list of the lakes for the state of Washington, that's what I did. And then I did Oregon and stuff like that, and California. It comes up, California came up with 3,000 lakes, which is a bit, I didn't know there was that many. But it lists all of them. And I put the Washington ones down. So we're going to start going exploring those, but just not in a kayak. But I have plans when it starts getting cold. I'm going to run to where it's warm. And I didn't get in the Nevada, Arizona, those ones, because I'm going to go and see my desert friends too. If I don't get there by the end of this winter, I'll try and it'll be on the list for next year. Avoiding the monsoons, but I'm going to try and hit the places where it's the safest time of year to be there. But yeah, kayaks coming down. Yeah, it was beautiful though. It was so beautiful, guys, going up the slough. It was just yesterday. It was so peaceful until I realized I had gone too far. It had gotten too dark, and the weather just went, and it didn't rain or anything. Just like, man, it got cold, and I was like, you know how you stand up and your legs, I don't know if you know this, because a lot of people, maybe they don't do that. My legs didn't work. They were that cold. And even with the neoprene, I'm going to be, hi, Jenny D. And just be cool. How are you? I'm going to be wearing the neoprene on the docks. But we're back to the docks. We're back to the 15 layers of clothes. We're back to the aqua socks. Probably should come off because I didn't have toes. I couldn't feel feet. Actually, so when I pulled into dock the kayak last night, not dock it, but pull it up on the beach, I swung my feet over and put them in the water, and I couldn't even feel the water. Okay, I couldn't feel the water. That's how cold my feet were. And then I have to stand up, pull it up the beach, get it into the parking lot, and load it all. It was like going, oh, not good, Kelly. This is not good. And it's not like I can't 911 the boys, right? I've done that before when my legs were just too cold, too cold. Okay, I just no more of that. It's like, oh, Kelly, control issues, you have none. Oh my God, kayak's done. But then I did, find those alternatives. So that being said, last night when I started looking around at all the different lakes and places, wow, so 6 pairs of socks in the future, no Turbo Toys. It wouldn't have helped because they just would have been wet. They have to be the right kind of socks. It's like why I wear snow gear when I'm magnet fishing, because I'm going to get wet. Yes, I did, Cos, yesterday, and I did answer it. Okay. Yes, I did. Thank you, love. Oh, my mind just went blank. Yeah. So at least getting really cold and doing that had me exploring other options. And I am really excited to start hitting, like, right down the list of lakes, show you guys the list, lakes, kayak around the lakes. And, around here, the kayaking will have to happen in the not until the spring again. Okay. Cause it's just too cold, but kayaking around the lakes, magnet fishing in the lake, showing you guys around the different lakes, and anywhere where there's fishing. If I magnet fish, there I should be getting stuff up. There's a strip of the slough I want to do again when it warms up, and that's where all the mobile homes back into the slough. There's a mobile home park that if you look from the street side of it, it's pretty wide. Okay, there's a major road that runs along the slough. And then the slough is the major waterway, right? That is gotten, if you stay to the center, boats can usually get up and down. And okay, they have to go super, super slow. And the whole place is 5 miles per hour, and it's a no wake zone. All of it's a no wake zone. Okay, so so you go drive by this mobile home park, and the mobile homes are kind of the rundown ones and stuff like that. I'm not criticizing anybody. Everybody lives where they need to live, and if you have a place to live, no matter how pretty it is or how pretty it's not, okay, it doesn't matter to me. You have a place to live, and that's awesome. I'm moving to a Subaru that's beat up Subaru, so. But that's by choice too. That's not by I have to. But the other side, so you're driving by the road and you don't even see the park because it's just another one of the parks with the mobile homes, so close together that if you fart, the guy next door hears you, and it's going like this, that close together. But if you go on the slough side, there's mobile homes that actually Yes, cause everything is good. You and me, we're tight. You're one of my grandkids, sweetie. I love you. I love you. Yes, and I help the best I can help. You know that. Hi, Treasure X. Anyway, so where all these, I was first magnet fishing under bridges back. That ended up really quick because I didn't get much, and I needed to get. Grandma Kelly said fart. Well, you know how. Anyway, but when I went behind the houses, that I was up by the nicer houses, I actually started pulling stuff up, and I want to hit the mobile home area where all the mobile homes back into it because I'm going to know that there's stuff in there. There is stuff in there, and I'm going to go magnet fish that, but it won't be until the spring. Because seriously, the killer here. Hi, Gypsy Lola. How are you? The killer here is hypothermia, and there's not much. It's like I tell people. I've been telling people all last year. It's good to see you, Gypsy Lola. I've been telling people all last year. This is the order. I'm pretty. I'm pretty heavy when I'm on the docks of clothing, and that's dangerous too because if you slip in, you have to start getting the boots off and the heavy jacket off so you can swim. Okay. The boots need to come off. I could probably swim with everything else I have on, no problem. But the problem is hypothermia. Oh, I sent it. I'll do it again. Why is suddenly I keep putting up my MJ was having problems seeing my email too. And I put it up the other day 15 times. And it was like, what the heck's the problem? Okay, there's my email, guys. It's coming up, AJ, right now. See it? Grab it. Now let me see what it does. If it goes up one, somebody make a comment. Yeah, it's going up just fine. Good. Timmy Ray, get another E on that coffee so you get in there for sure. Anyway, if I actually do a fall in off a dock, a serious fall in from now until next spring, okay, I'm getting my bottom out of there. My first call is going to be to 911 because hypothermia is a real thing here. And warming up again is really hard. And the heating system in the Subaru is not the best. In the Fit, it is. So if I was in the Fit, I'd go sit in the Fit and crank the heat really fast. But that's what I need to say something, Grandma Kelly. Okay, say it, Cause. Or if you need to email it to me, I will get it. Don't worry. You and me are hooked on the emails. I gotcha. Just let me know you sent one. Hi, Blistering Barnacles. Are you having a better day today, Blistering Barnacles? We want you to. Anyway, the brain is going round and round and round. Yeah, so there we go. Hi, Venture Dulo is in the house. I haven't seen you in a while. Listening at work, lurking. Well, Venture Dulo, get that hashtag coffee in. Miss Mary, if you didn't get that hashtag coffee in, please do, you guys. And everybody in here, if you notice I haven't turned somebody blue, please let me know. So I washed my hair with Dawn soap yesterday for the first time. And I don't know. I haven't decided yet. It's kind of frizzy. It went really frizzy. So we'll try it again. Having this mop of hair on my head, though, I might not be able to use that. Okay, so hashtag coffee. You do not have to be here to win. If you're a creator, well, whoever wins will be in a community post. But if you're a creator, I'll go and tag one of your videos and do a post off that, so then people can check out your video too. So it's like a double win. Okay, so I have thought many thoughts, and that's not always a good thing to think. Right, Angie? All these thoughts that we have. Okay, so I order stuff for the channel, and I never share it with you guys. Hi, T-Rep. How are you? Good morning, all. Grandma Kelly, Guido AM, Guido Good AM short visit, hashtag coffee, seriously, either of the 11th to the 13th or Thanksgiving. Okay. So, things to come. I was talking to Jenny D about this a month or so ago. Use gainer conditioner after Grandma Kelly. Okay, I'm going to try and find that. What I need, though, this is what I need. Okay, because Grandma's like she is. I need a vegan conditioner that also is good for the environment. So I want an environmentally good conditioner that's good for everybody. If anyone wants to send me anything, please only send small. As today I got a card to say I have post, but I have to pay 46 pounds custom charge. Wow. For what? Did somebody not mark gift? Anytime you're sending anybody anything, good morning, TGIF. Make sure you do that. Okay, look at this, guys. So I was talking to Jenny D earlier. Jenny D's going to remember, I'm sure, that what we were talking about. Hi, Danby. Chilling and grilling's in the house. Boom, 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 boom. I got that in the mail. Yes, this is all channel money. So, where are we going with this? Okay, let's see what else we got. Now watch, I pull out something funny. Like I can't even, when I need things, I order things and then I don't pay attention and they come. So I don't always remember what they are. Heal here. Oh, let's follow the directions. Oh, look at that, guys. There's directions. Apple cider as a natural. I have never heard of that. Oh, really? Apple. But then you smell like a pickle all day. I know. Andy commented. You saw that, right? Boom, boom, boom. I need to get more content out, and I need to do something that I can go do really quick without lots of prep time. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's the first thing we got. But there's a funny twist on it. And, oh, hey, guys. This is not channel, but this is so important. She will be able to see. I got another 6-pack of glasses. Yes, I buy them by the 6-pack. Sometimes by the 12-pack. Whatever's on the good price. Yeah, you don't smell good after. Yeah, Turbo Toast. I know. I don't want to smell like a pickle all day. I love pickles. I do. I absolutely love pickles, but I don't want to smell like one. Yeah, Jenny, remember what we were talking about? Jenny D. Oh, I didn't mean that finger. Jenny D. So you know what else I have coming, right, Jenny D? And Grandma has reading glasses again. Since I keep breaking them all. Then I went and broke my tooth on one. That was dumb. Dumb. Another chunk out of my front tooth. So I'll be able to see again. Read. Good morning, Desert Steve. How are you? Isha, I'm sure I said good morning to you at least once, but let me say it again. Treasure X2. Cynthia Price, how are you? Oh, my hands are so sore. Because when I started noticing, I commented like 100 times, man. Heck yes, Grandma. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, this is channel stuff. Wait. Ready? Oh, yeah, so satisfying. Wait. Oh, it's so satisfying. I don't know why, but it is. We needed more of these. Hashtag coffee. Hashtag coffee. Hashtag coffee. Okay, that's what we got. That's what we have today for channel stuff. And I've noticed that I think Grandma Kelly has another problem. Okay. And I like to share my problems with y'all. It's like, what knife should I use? I have way too many knives. And I got to, why aren't you closing? There we go. I have way too many knives. And I got to say this. I have free the air. Is that what you're saying about this stuff? I have, hi, Tin Man. Good morning. Get that hashtag coffee up. I am Tony, grandson number 1, and Jordan, twin number 2, steal knives. They steal my knives. They're like, what you got? And they take off with my knives. Yeah, and I like sharp things. Oh my. Anyway, Grandma Kelly has a knife thing. I love getting knives, guys. I love getting the different knives. Now I don't clean them up or anything like that because you got to see the cleanup mess. I'm way behind. I'm so far behind in that outside stuff. But I have a lot of knives around. And that's with 2 boys stealing them too. You know, they put them in their collection. Shouldn't say they steal them because, you know, it's okay. They come in and they see what's cool and they take what they think is cool. So the really nice knives that I have, I usually carry around in my go bag. But I have to be careful about that because I was going through security at one of the casinos where the kids were fighting. And I think just Joseph was there. This was in, where were we? Reno, Nevada. So it was in one of the casino hotel resort things. Anyway, they had security set up, and it must be because of who I am or whatever. But, you know, I just slammed my dry bag down for the security guy to go through and walked right through, like, you know, because I don't have any concealed weapons yet. That's in the future. Right, MJ? MJ's going to help me with that. I'm also going to get open carry because I'm going to end up places where I'm by myself and I need something. But anyway, so I went through security and I walked through the detector. And as the security guy is handing me my dry bag, it flashes in my mind that I have 3 knives in there and one is huge. Right? Not just little ones. One is really big. And thank God, because I'm grandma, or I come across as this grandma lady. He didn't even look at my bag because I walked in to a place where there's no weapons. It's posted everywhere. No guns, no weapons, no nothing. And I walked straight through security with 3 knives in my bag, and one of them was fairly big. But I don't even think about him being there is the bad part. And no, he didn't look. And I just threw my bag on him. So I was, hey guys, have a great day. Thank you. You know, very sweet, nice. On I go with, you know, in a no weapons place with my bag full of weapons or what could be perceived as weapons. I perceive knives as tools and fun toys, but okay. TGIF, are you leaving me? Bye, girl. Make sure you got that hashtag coffee in because everybody needs stickers or something. Hey, Crypt Keeper. I was giving you a bad time the other day. Did you catch that? Becca was trying to give you a bad time about that guy, Crypt Keeper. Yeah, I love it that you're here. Thank you, Crypt Keeper. What a good guy. If you guys see anybody you have not checked out before, please check him out. Let's see, where else is my brain? I got to keep up with talking and keeping up with. That's kind of concerning. You could have been I could have been a total killer. I could have had a gun in there. I could have had anything in there. Have a good day, TGIF. Bye, Bree. I could have had anything in there, and they didn't even. Yeah, MJ. Yeah. I'm going to be just as bad. No, Kelly, I will leave. Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you, sweetie. I appreciate that. Yeah, Crypt Keeper, I actually, a lot of times I keep streams on, like Desert Steve has a stream live on Mondays right after me. And I jump over there and I say hi, and then I turn the volume not off, but down on my PC, and I take off to work. Hi, Matthew. I take off to work, and then I come back, and it's really interesting. And YouTube is still going. It's really interesting to see where they sent me. So when I do searches, it's really interesting to see what comes up, because it's like, what? Apparently, I watched all that. Matthew, we're not doing the old thing, honey. You are not old. You are not, sweetie. I love you, Matthew. Okay, what else? What else? So, the desert. I have been thinking about the desert, Steve. I've been thinking about heading down that way because we all saw this morning. Okay. And y'all know, Jenny knows what I ordered. She's the one who suggested what I ordered, the kind of metal detector. Really want to go hook up with Juice and make fun of him. I love Juice. Can you dig at metal detecting? Hi, Joe. How are you, Joe? Good morning, love. Yeah, I want to hook up with Juice and make fun of him because I love him and I want to make fun of him with my awesome metal detector that I'm getting, right, Jenny D? Oh, love it. Yes, Matthew says that every day. Well, guess what? I'm not coming in the next day. I have surgery come in. Matthew, I hope it all goes very, very well for you, sweetie. And I hope you're doing well. And 25 is an awesome age. And I hope you continue to live, and the surgery helps you lots and lots. How am I doing? Joe, I'm doing my normal mind shuffling self. You guys know this is like, if you ever look up the medicine duloxetine, this is like day 3 or 4 off of duloxetine, something like that. I've lost track. So, my brain is running like really, really fast. And I'm trying to mentally slow it down so it matches my mouth. But if I seem a little spacier than normal, that's why. It picks up all metal very well. Get ready to find all the iron in the land. But Jenny, that's me, right? I want the garbage, man. I like the garbage. Huh, that's weird. Juice just notification coming up. Yeah, Juice has he releases a video every morning, guys. Every morning, 7 days a week, no matter what. This guy is just like a machine. I know he says nice things about me, but he's like go, 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 go. And the funny thing is, not funny, haha, funny, odd like me. His brain does the same thing mine does, but his brain is a whole lot worse than mine, right? And I don't mean worse like bad. His brain just flies all the time to the point where he has trouble sleeping all the time. And he's either up editing or he's out metal detecting or he's working. He has like 2 or 3 jobs. He's always go, 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 sort of like me, but me times 10. And he does all kinds of homeless stuff with the homeless. He does all kinds of church stuff. His schedule is really, really full. And Arthur is Juice, is the most loving, kind guy that you can meet, and very respectful. And I have all kinds of love for him. And him and Alicia are a good pair. I like to see that. You too, Grandma Kelly. You're always here. I can't keep up with the very little I do. Oh, Jenny, I just, all those learning problems I had growing up, and all the I one of my dear friends, he said to me that I need to forgive myself for my past, and I've spent, I'm not tearing up, don't tear up. I'm not in private. Shh. Stop. Hi, Olin, how are you? That I need to figure out what I need to forgive myself for. Okay, because whatever's in me, there's something in the past I need to forgive myself for. Kelly, ADAD. No, Michigan, our Joe, Joe, sweetie, my love, my friend. I had severe dyslexia growing up. But I was kept, I was the retarded child. And they used to say that behind my back, like I couldn't hear them, like I couldn't hear them. And one of the things I need to forgive myself is not being mainstream, because that was really hard on my parents, because people didn't whisper to them. Okay. But people whispered behind my back like I couldn't hear. Okay. The first 3 years of my life, I couldn't hear. I get that. Okay. I had to have a lot of surgeries done and stuff like that. I get that. But I was very good at hearing because I learned to stay inside, so I didn't get in trouble. So I would sit all day in school without being able to read a word. Okay. But my brain would go 1,000 miles a minute. My brain just flies like this. And so, yes, could I be a initial? Probably. I'm a lot of initials, the ADAD, ADHD, FDA, KYZ, whatever. I'm probably a lot of initials, but I'm not a box person. Okay. Hi, Joker's Magnet. How are you? But that's made me be able to think out of the box. So my brain runs constantly. And there's very few people that I can, the whisper still heart can hear, sis. I know. I know you can still hear. But, I don't want to blast my... Anyway, so I'm learning to forgive. And one of the major things I had to forgive, and I didn't even know about it, or wasn't in the conscious front until, don't be sorry. I'm okay. It's all good, because it's made me who I am, MJ. And I'm proud of who I am. And I'm proud of who I've become. But you still have those inner things that you need to forgive yourself for that you really haven't thought about. Those people suck, and I'm glad we have you the way you are. You are an amazing... Thank you so much, Crypt Keeper. I was born in 1964. Okay. My issues were very apparent from the very beginning, because I didn't talk at all. So it took them, because my mom was in the military. My dad was in the military, and we were on military bases. So we were military doctors. I'm not knocking you if you're a military doctor. You're great. But it was Vietnam War time. The little kid who's not talking is not on anybody's radar or concern. Okay. It took a while before people clicked in why I was the way I was, and that I wasn't hearing at all. And I had ear infection after ear infection after ear infection, and everything, so there was no hearing. Because if I looked at you and you talked to me, even I'm talking little kid, I would do whatever you said right away, no problem. But if you were talking behind my back, you didn't say anything to me. And it took a while, and it took them a while, and they did a few surgeries, and then life was good. I could hear again, and then I could start responding. But I had to learn very quickly in school and stuff to keep things inside so I didn't get in trouble, because I was a nice kid. I didn't want to get in trouble. Okay, but it's very hard to sit for 6 to 7 hours when you can't read anything. School is all about reading and learning and participating and all that. And then there were always the whispers that they think, like, I can't hear you. I can hear you. I know what you're saying, adults. But I needed to forgive myself, and I never thought about this. This is my really good friend. Hi, Maddie. How are you, love? How's all the kids? How's your Johnny? I needed to forgive myself for the problems I put on my parents. Because as being a parent, you have a kid who's not quite right, but I'm not quite right in a good way. A lot of people say, yeah, no, Kelly's way off base, but it's okay. I'm way off base. And, please, God, I know you're making me the crazy lady, but please make me the nice crazy lady. All I want to be is the nice crazy lady, right? That's the prayer. But that's one of the things. Well, I'm not buffering, but maybe so. That's one of the things I needed to forgive myself for. It's because I really do feel bad about me being the way I am as a kid and not knowing how to let my parents know that that's okay. That is okay. And if there weren't people like me, this is a big thing. I'm not Elon Musk. I'm on the dumb side. He's on the extreme side. But Elon Musk's brain goes constantly all the time too. Okay. And then I see these people who do hashtag coffee to win a surprise from grandma. Hey, you guys, as you get your surprises, please let me know you got them so I can mark them off the list and know that you got it. Okay. They were my brain. See, this is how my brain goes. So I'm not like him. He's really super smart. But there's a lot of people out there and people who've done great and awesome things because the norm is to live in a box, right? You identify with what your work is. Okay. You are wanting to be normal, average. Okay. There are people who strive to be normal, average. All right. And it's just because they just don't want to be seen or they don't want whatever. I am out there in left field to be seen by everybody in the world. Okay. I have been different forever. And it's no longer a problem. But if I could have gone back and you're the best, nicest, crazy lady I know. Thank you, MJ. I love you. I need to get that. I need to get that on a shirt or something. The best, nice, crazy. Matthew, you let us know how your surgery goes, okay? Because I want to know how you're doing, buddy. I want to know. 25 is a beautiful age, and every year you get older is beautiful for us. And I know it might be challenging for you, but it's beautiful for us. But yeah, boxes are boring. I am so far out of the box, and it's really funny. Normal is boring. Yes, gosh, I know. Sherry Lynn got her package from Grandma. Yay! And hey, if you guys get a package and you ever want to open it on one of the morning lives or share it, just let me know. Where's my pink pen? Oh, that was a candy. Ooh, I have candy on my table. It's not vegan. Sherry Lynn, you just got a pink X through your name, so I know it's been delivered. Isn't that, Jenny? Isn't that a big thing? Isn't that a huge thing? I tried to be normal my whole life. I am me. I am accepting that and putting myself out there. Always be okay to be you, everyone. For sure, Jenny. And I think, Jenny, people like you and me are put on this earth to reach out to everybody else and say, look, you're okay. Whatever your thing is, you're okay. It's okay. Embrace what you are. Because that's how we think outside of the box. And if you're not thinking outside of the box, you get stagnant. And one thing I'll never be is stagnant. Boy, it'd be a little more if I could be a little bit crowd now and then, I'm sure. Some of my friends are saying, let's just give me 5 minutes, Kelly. Corral you just for a minute so we can breathe and your brain stops. Now, saying that, there's a handful of people, very few people in my world, in my life growing up, that can quiet my brain. Okay? Very few. So losing my sister was hard because of that. And I didn't lose her just last year. Okay? When we became young adults, I lost my sister. She went off to her world. She didn't want to stay around here. She hates Seattle. As soon as she could, she left. Okay? So I lost my sister years ago. I lost Let me breathe for a minute. I lost that person who put their hand on me and my brain would stop. Hi, Aisha. How are you? We need to change the subject. See this? This is coming down from Deloxity. It's okay. I'm okay. Don't worry, guys. It's going to be okay. Thank you, Maddie. Sorry, I didn't want this to happen today, but it's okay. Just a sec. I'll be back in control in a minute. Swiveler, yes, actually I can, because I have lost people, so I get that. Another thing, my first husband, and besides a few other things, I think this totally destroyed our marriage. Okay. When I was 19 years old, I lived with my first husband's whole family. And they were Vietnam boat people. That probably isn't okay to talk about in those terms. But during that time, that's what they were called, boat people. Yeah, we're going to change the subject so my brain moves on. Anyway, his mother survived. They're Vietnamese. Well, they're Chinese from Vietnam, but that's not true either. They're Vietnamese. Okay. They have Chinese heritage in them. Okay. So, not only did she survive Saigon in the Vietnam War being Vietnamese, she survived putting her two sons on a boat to be picked up by the military to eventually end up in the United States. They boat people. They really did. You took your 15-year-old and your 17-year-old son. They kept the daughter with them because she's a girl. And I'm sorry, that's the way a lot of cultures are. Hi, Walt Money. How are you? And put them on a boat to drift or to go with their little engine as far as they could until the U.S. military picked them up. So, we think we have problems, guys. We don't have problems. Okay, I never had to put one of my kids on a boat and kiss them goodbye, thinking that I probably wouldn't ever see them and giving them the best chance they could to live. Because they owned a big bar in Saigon. Vietnam was falling. Saigon was falling. They owned a bar that catered to the GIs and stuff, to the Americans. They were very friendly with the Americans. The fact that they live and the daughter lived is amazing, because the communists were coming in and killing everybody who were American sympathizers. Everybody. And they were known in Saigon for their bar and the fact that they catered to Americans, to the GI. Specifically. So, in the middle of the night, they threw their sons on a boat and prayed and said goodbye, see you, expecting never to see them again. Military picked them up after several days of because the engine died, of course. And being on this boat with several people, they spent a lot of time floating. Okay. Military finally picked them up, and my husband talks about, my ex-husband talks about the best peanut butter and jelly sandwich he ever had. Ever had. Okay, because he was so hungry when they picked him up, right? Okay, so then he spends a few days in a military base before he's flown here, and he ends up with a foster family that was so. Then he ended up with another foster family that was really good. Okay. His parents ended up in a refugee camp because they had to leave. They had to get out any way they can. And I can't even remember what, but they were in a Laotian or Cambodian. No, it was probably Laotian, because Cambodia was pretty communist then too. Anyway, they ended up over there for years in a camp, and people finally got back in contact. My husband turned 21, so he could ask for them to be brought over, and they were finally, through a lot of political junk, they finally got here. Hi, She Devil, how's she good? Okay, so now mom has survived Vietnam War, the fall of Vietnam, the camps, finally getting here to the United States. Life is getting going. I'm living with them. I'm living in a total Asian household. That's why I'm so proficient with chopsticks, because we had no forks. No, it's weird, right? This is the beginning of my childhood, because first my dad moved out and then my mother moved out. So then I had to find a place to live. And he was my boyfriend. He's like, yeah, no, you need to come live with us because you have to live in a family. You can't just go live out with a bunch of girls. That's not good. And so I did that. So we got married and all that stuff. And then she got a uterine cancer that moved into ovarian cancer. And there's by the time, well, it first got caught and she went through the system and everybody told her she was cured. And the back of my mind is going, why are you guys telling her this? She's not cured. You are never cured when you have cancer. You can be in remission and not having a problem, but your time is ticking, especially for ovarian cancer. And so when the symptoms came back, she ignored them because it can't be cancer. She's cured. And I swear, I totally do believe that, and I'm getting back to it, Swiveler, that if you do not understand, you must be made to understand. And the men in her life told her she was cured and could be that. So she ignored when it came back. She ignored it because it can't be that. And I'm living with them. I'm in the household. I'm one of the females. I'm taking care of her. I took care of her the last year and a half of her life. And I knew she was the outcome, because by the time she ignored it and we got her back in, the doctors were saying, and her English is nothing. And the doctors are saying, no, this is only one direction and we can prolong it. And that's about all we're doing is prolonging. And no one told her that. Okay. And I'm her main caregiver and I'm 19 years old. I'm working. I'm going to school. I'm coming home and taking care of mom, mother-in-law. Okay. Working, going to school. I learned how to irrigate kidney bags. I'm up 24/7. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. She takes a bottle of pills because she's had enough of not feeling good and tries to kill herself. Do you know what I do? I loaded her in the car. I took her to Swedish Hospital. I rolled her in, handed him the bottle of pills, and I said, don't even call me. And I left because I've had it. I'm tired. And her and I are boo, 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 because it's my responsibility in that family to take care of her because I'm the daughter. It's different in an Asian family than American. And I stepped up and I did. Social workers are calling me and now they're checking in with me to make sure I'm still okay. And I loved her and I took care of her and we fought and we she's doing all these things to prepare me to be the main woman of the household and all this other stuff. And the men are still lying to her. Okay. But Swiveler, I got to know how to cook all kinds of things, which I promptly have forgotten by now, I'm sure. Vietnamese dishes, family stuff I learned. I learned all kinds of stuff. Okay? All kinds of stuff from her. And every day, though it was hard, and every day that I took care of her was tiring, especially for a 19, 20-year-old. Okay, I wouldn't have changed that time for anything. And I am blessed that I had that time with her. Swiveler, you are blessed that you have this time with your wife. And it hurts and you're tired. Okay? And it's a lot of work. But I learned so much about family at the time. And I learned so much about stuff. Okay? From her. And I wouldn't have had that time. And I probably wouldn't have learned these things if she didn't get sick. Okay, so being able to spend and take care of her at the rest of her life, the ending of her life, even at my young age, was a blessing. And I kept that in my mind. And though we did have our issues, like the day I just dropped her at the ER room when she tried to commit suicide. I can laugh about that now because it was like, are you kidding me? You don't think I'm watching you? And really what she took, she thought it was going to kill her, but it didn't kill her. It just made her really sick. Physically, how if you accidentally take too much of a medicine and you get massive gastritis. Well, she already didn't need massive gastritis. She had tubes coming out of her everywhere. So that was bad. I mean, I'm laughing about it now because it was like, are you kidding me? Get in the car. I was so mad. And I can remember it to this day, but when I got her back home and we were all calm and I had a few days off, I needed a few days off. My husband got really good at giving me a few days off now and then. The men in my life is because, one head of the household is not going to make it and the other one is going to flip out. The men get really good at starting to pay attention and giving you a little bit of time off here and there. But I celebrated with her every day, the last day of her life. I was standing next to her on that last day. And yes, I know it's hard. I can't even imagine. And Swiveler, if I could stand by you, hi, quiet listener. If I could stand by you, Swiveler, right now, stand by you daily. If I had my freedom right now to go and leave, Swiveler, okay, I would come visit you like right now because I know how hard it is. And just to have somebody you can do it. And Swiveler, I'm telling you, you can do it. And these last period of time with anybody you love, everybody, the last period of time you have with anybody you love. And when you know it's only going one direction, spend every day you can, every moment you can. Because when the end does come, hi, Kenny, how are you? Get that hashtag coffee in there. Quiet listener, make sure you get that hashtag coffee in there. Sorry. That last moment, you feel peace. And you've done everything you can. And you've comforted where you could. You fixing where you could. Okay, I was irrigating kidney bags during the middle of the night, being exhausted, knowing I had to get up in another hour, and I'd only gone to bed 2 hours before because I had to run to school and get back. We had and that moment, and this is, Swiveler, if this is too much for you to hear, I'm going to say it, and I'm sorry. Hi, Layla, but if you find yourself in this position, Swiveler, and I know other people have, I want you to know it's okay. So they did a last ditch surgery on her because either she wasn't going to make it through the surgery and they might be able to buy a few more weeks. Also too, guys, know there's a limit. There's a time when you need to let the person decide they're done and embrace that and celebrate that because these men would not let it be done. Okay, so she went into a last-ditch surgery to prolong her life for a few more weeks, maybe, if she made it through the surgery. She didn't make it through the surgery. Okay, but Swedish Hospital, 12th floor, is an amazing place. Okay, they got her heart going again. Okay, they let us go say goodbye to her. Okay, all hours of the night and still have to work. Yes, Swiveler, I know where you're at. Hardest times of your life. Hardest times of your life. And my heart is there for you because I've lived it. Okay. And it wasn't my wife. Okay. So I can imagine it's like a bazillion times worse. But it was my mother-in-law. And I was the major caregiver on top of everything else I was doing. Because that is how it is in that culture. That fell right on my shoulders being the number one female. Okay. Okay. But I can remember so clearly watching the heart monitor, just sitting next to her, touching her, and watching the heart monitor stop and flatline. Okay. Stop and flatlining. And the feeling, and Swiveler, if you have this feeling, forgive yourself because a lot of people do. Okay. I felt joy watching that flatline. I felt relief. Okay. I felt a weight lift off my shoulders. Now, all that sounds so selfish. Okay. to feel joy and feel relief and feel a weight off my shoulders. I did feel sadness. Okay. I felt so like celebrating that it was over. So celebrating that it was over. Okay. But at the same time, it was over for her and it was over for me. And you walk out with that conflicting feeling of being happy and sad at the same time, relief at the same time. Okay. This feeling, it feels wrong. And yet it feels so right. And it took me a long time to understand that her pain was over too. Her suffering was over too. And my time of that life was over too. Because I can tell you for a year and a half, I had no life. But I wouldn't change that year and a half for anything. How do you stay positive? You remember all the goodness. You remember the good times. You remind her of the good times. I had no problem being with my sister when she was in hospice, going back there and spending the last weekend that she was alive with her. I had no problem. I had joy. It was great. It was fabulous. Having her dog here with me was fabulous. My sister had had half her face removed over a decade ago. Tube feeding for over a decade. The fact that she made it, I think she almost made it 15 years. Okay, without half a face. And I show up down in Texas because I'm hearing all these things from her kids about how her life has degraded. Her house was disgusting, guys. I can't even begin to tell. Her room was clean. Okay. But the animals were running through the house and everywhere. Ooh, we got another package. Was running everywhere. Okay. The house was so disgusting and her kids were mad. And the hospital wouldn't let her go home and hospice at home. They made her go live with somewhere they got a VRBO that's connected through the hospital for her to go, but we took her home. Anyways, I got there and her kids were so mad about the conditions she was living in. And I got mad. I was like, shut the hell up, guys. Auntie Kelly's here and I'm going to slap this place in order. Stop it. Okay, I was mad. I was yelling at my nephew. He came and lived with me for a few years. So he, when he was younger and my sister was in the military, he came and lived with us for a while. So it's not like he's not used to smackdown by me now and then. And I was like, stop this at all. I said, this situation is going to resolve itself like this. Leave the house alone. You can fix it next week. Just stop. Take what you want. Take what you want and take it home with you. Because when you leave, you're not going to see your mother again. So all this complaining at her and all this nagging at her and all this Family Channel, bitching at her stops now and today. And I was just like, stop it, guys, because it's going to resolve itself real quick. I left on Monday. She passed away on Wednesday. Okay. Just like that. It's problem solved. Okay, but it took me going down there and it took me being me, with my nephew and my niece. It took me being boom to get them thinking about perspective, and my brother was mad at me when I went down there. He was mad. Make sure you wear a mask, Kelly. Stay away from Kim. You're going to give her COVID. I'm like, flipping, are you kidding me, dude? One foot is already in and the other one's almost there. She doesn't care if she gets COVID at this point in time. She's in a hospice. She doesn't care. A day or two doesn't matter. We are not masking up. We are not keeping distance. Okay? We are not doing that. We are not going to do that. It's the end times. My brother was so mad at me because we took some pictures and stuff like that and we're hugging and that kind of stuff. And oh my gosh, she's not okay. She's so skinny and time is so close. And I knew that going there, but I did cry once. We went out to dinner. Yes, she tube feeded herself tomato soup. The waiter was like shocked about that. I don't care. We spent those, like, she came and sat through one of the whole boys tournaments. So she got to see her nephews fight. Okay, first and only time was days before she passed. Days before she passed. But she sat there and she wasn't okay. And she was struggling to sit there. I know that. But she wanted to see that before she passed. So she spent all day at a Taekwondo tournament. Man, that's a long-ass day. That's a long-ass day for me. I have a hard time sitting all day at a tournament. All right? So Swiveler, enjoy every day and know that it will end. Okay? And let that be your energy. Okay? Let that bring out what's best. Tell stories. I started telling stories. And I don't even remember these stories. And all of a sudden sitting with her and her husband and her son and her daughter-in-law, because her daughter had already gone back home. Okay? Her daughter had already gone back home when I got there. She had just left the day before. And telling stories. So we started telling, remember when? Remember when? Okay? She forgot a lot of it too. And as we started talking, and Kim can't talk. She hasn't been able to talk for well over a decade, almost like 15 years, somewhere there. And I keep saying that because I can't remember the time. You know how I'm about time? But it was well over a decade that she couldn't talk. She couldn't talk. They removed half her face. She'd already lived that way that long. Right? And so I was doing all the talking, and she'd write on a board now and then. And we did the remember whens. And I talk about all the things I could remember. And her son was like, I didn't know that. Oh, God, that's a good story. So I spent, 2.5, 3 days doing remember whens. And I was so tired when I came home. I was so drained when I came home. But it was the remember whens. And then I took her dog. I did not want her dog. Kelly, can you take Ollie Mae? Damn it, don't ask me that. I don't want your dog. I'm finally down to 2 dogs. 2 dogs that are brother and sister who get along, who are little, who are compactable, who never have an issue. And you want me to take a fox terrier mix who's mixed with something bigger. So not only is she a fox terrier with all the fox terrier problems, and by the way, I owned a purebred once because, whatever. Poor dog. She still hasn't adjusted, but I think that's helped me with Kim's passing, is having the dog. And that's how I deal with it. And that's how I deal with all that. Everyone has loss. And try and remember when you're dealing with loss and when you're going to visit somebody to say goodbye. Try and remember the joyful part of it. You actually, and this is going to might make some of you mad. Okay? But there is that person who gets up in the morning, says bye to you, and gets in a horrific traffic accident and dies instantly. There was no chance to do the remember whens. There was no chance to say one more time, I love you. There was no time to sit there and laugh and share a last meal. There's no time for that. That's tragedy. And though a long and prolonged death is hard on everybody, Kim made the best of her life every day once she got diagnosed. She knew she would have time. When she lost her face, she knew she had just time. It was ticking fast. It wasn't going to go away. Right? Her time was ticking down fast. And the fact that she spread it out over a decade was amazing. So she was at peace with the time. It was time. Okay? So remember, when you have that time to spend with somebody before they pass, take all the advantage you can of that time. Okay, so is this the real Oregon Family Magnet, Fisher? Just checking, buddy. Okay, just making sure it's you. He got hacked again, guys. So no, this is him. This is him. Okay, so take that time you have and value it, no matter how hard it is on you, the one who's going to be around afterwards, because that's valuable time. That's a gift. Man, I feel like it at the time. Okay. And it probably doesn't feel like it to, unless the person who's passing, who is at that end stage of life, knows that every day they get a gift to spend a little more time with you. It's a gift. And I hope and I pray that when it's my time, that I can stay as positive as my sister did. And I can be blessed by that gift of that little bit more time. Just a little bit more. No matter how bad I feel, just a little bit more. Say, I love you one more time. To tell one more story of the past. Right? Wow, these conversations have been getting heavy. Oh my gosh. I've lived a lot of life, guys. I've lived so much life already. I'm 58 and I've lived so many lives. Now, the sad part about my mother-in-law and all that, my husband didn't deal with it well. I didn't deal with it well. Maybe, well, I did, but I didn't. I didn't see the patience I needed to have with him. I lived with stuff I shouldn't have had to live with after that. Okay, and then finally it was like done. Him and I, our marriage didn't make it through that. It didn't make it through the grieving. It didn't make it through it. And it's choices he made and then choices I made by how I responded. It's, everything's a two-way street. Two people are involved. Always two people are involved in every destruction of every marriage. In every marriage that ends, two people are involved. It is not him and it is not her. She is not right and he is not right. He is not wrong and she is not wrong. You are both right. You are both wrong. Okay? It takes two people to destroy a marriage. It takes two people to decide to walk away from a marriage. It takes two people to split up. And sometimes that's best. And you can't see it till later. And sometimes it's like one of the two people should have had a little more patience. And I do blame myself. I should have had more patience. He's the father of my first two children. But at the same time, I wouldn't have had all the other ones. So I can't feel bad for it. And he has a wife and two more kids. And she's Vietnamese. And she knows the tradition. She's actually Vietnamese from Vietnam. He met her back there and married her and brought her here. So knows the traditions and all that. Because our marriage was hard because we were very traditional and then we weren't. And then we were and then we weren't. And were and then weren't. And then were and weren't. And it got really draining on me because, it got draining. But, yeah. Serious conversations. So I'm glad Swiveler, I hope I helped you. And I hope I helped anybody else who is going through rough and tough times. Hi, Ernie. How are you? Ernie, let's get you. Boom. Oop. Nope. I almost killed off Kenny. Oop. Nope. Now I almost killed off Jenny D. Ernie, I want Ernie. There, I got Ernie. There you go, Ernie. Share. Ernie's new here. You guys, make sure you check out Ernie's channel, please. Yes, Desert Steve. Don't you start doing that. You enjoy every single day and don't sweat the little things. I have moved into this part of my life, you guys, and there's things that I do not like doing that I'm not going to do anymore. Okay. I've done great cleaning houses. I've made all kinds of money. I'm glad I helped you, Swiveler. And if I can help you at all, anytime, get a hold of me. Okay. I don't know if you have my phone number yet. Best texting. I'm not very good at talking because I'm usually doing 50 things and on my way. But Swiveler, feel free to reach out to me and get my phone number. Okay. So you can actually text me and talk to me if you need to. Because I get that. I understand that. And it is really hard. Hi, Maria. How are you? Oh my gosh, guys. Oh, we got to go. It's 59. Everybody, #coffee really quick. Somebody tell me zip it every so often. At 7:55, we want to zip it. Okay. Let's get this screen showed. Anybody who's here, please, if you haven't done it yet, do it. #coffee. Okay. Yeah, please, because I understand. We're at 26. Anybody more want to get in on this, please? You don't have to be here to win. I'm sending out sticker packages. When you get a sticker pack, please let me know you get it. Drawing is supposed to be at 7:55. It's 8 o'clock now. I'm really sorry. You do not have to be here to win, just so you know. I try and start this after 6. You have 2 weeks to get a hold of me with your address to send you something. So yes, we got it. Are we ready? Can I get a go? Are you guys ready? Everybody had their chance. If you see the numbers not coming up, this has been collecting since about 6:15 this morning. So it will only collect your name once. So you can hashtag as many times as you want. Are you guys ready? Everybody ready to go? Hashtag coffee, ready for the drawing? Go, go, go. We got to go, go, go from Joker. Let's go. Let's see who's going to win today. Boom, 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 boom. Desert Steve. Yay. Today's winner is Desert Steve. Good job. And also, too, like I asked, and Sherry Lynn has already gotten her package from me. So let me know, okay, as you guys do get your packages, so then I can check you off the list. Oops. Oops. Gosh, type it, Kelly. I'm trying to just prompt my boom. Congratulations, Steve. There we go. Okay, so give me your address and stuff. And yeah, you hear Yapper outside the door. I think she's really good at telling me when it's time to be done. Let me write that down. Desert Steve. Okay, yay. I'm going to take off. Yes, you do, Desert Steve. Please email me your address and let me know when you've done it. Make sure that in the title it says Desert Adventures in Arizona. Okay, because that's the best way I can look you up. We've had some serious conversations. I could stop sharing, I suppose. He knows he won. Yay. We've had some very serious conversations, and I hope that doesn't scare anybody away. I don't want this to be a channel where we can't talk about things, where we can't help share experiences and we can't help people, because yeah, okay. I already put it up once. I'll do it again. I'm gonna figure out oops how to get it so it scrolls the whole time. I have smart people in my life who can help me with those things. I hope it doesn't scare anybody away that we have more serious conversations now and then. I think it's important to have them. I think it's more important to share experiences so other people know they're not out there alone. We all have amazing things. I'm so glad, Blistering, and I hope, Jamie, that you're having a better day today. Matthew, I hope your surgery goes well if you're still here. It's really good to get to know you too, Matthew. Everybody, I got to run 3 houses today and door dashing tonight. Keep it on with that experience because Grandma Kelly wants to break free. I'm trying to figure out how I can get down to the desert because I really, 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 really want to get to the sunshine. Yesterday I got too cold. Love you. Bye all. Have a great day. Be productive. Be positive. Choose positive people. No matter what you're in, if you choose positive, your day will be better. It's a choice. It is a constant choice. Even when things are bad, find the positive. Bye. Off we go. Bye, bye, bye.